when things are getting tough and I feel like giving up. I remember what my one friend said to me, and this is what he said: you're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal, 'cause you're a bum.
Welcome to episode 33 of the Social Propaganda Club, where you can celebrate not being normal.
Hello, my name is River and I am a music addict. Today we have a really great show for you. This is a full live recording of a house show in The Hague, the Netherlands, that happened on the 16th of September 2025. If you were lucky enough to be one of the 50 or so people who were there at the show, you got to see the headliners of Dan Zanetti from the band The Homeless Gospel Choir, and then Dance Smith, which is Dan from the band Listener. But to start out the show, we had two supporting local artists, and they were Willow the Whisperer and Misanthrope. Unfortunately, the recording started about 10 seconds late, so we'll jump in just a few seconds after Willow the Whisperer started the show with a story. Additional apologies because at first the sound system needed a little bit of adjustment.
You are listening to Shouting Fire Radio, where artists from around the world are spitting their creative flames.
Collecting insects. That was her passion. It was her absolute life's mission to document and collect a sample of every single insect in the forest around her. Every day, she would gather her things, she would go out into the forest, and she would look for insects that she hadn't seen before. She would lift up logs, she would climb trees, anything, stones in the river. And then she would take them back to her house, just one of every type. Come in. And she would keep them alive in small glass boxes often, but whatever they needed. And so they would want for nothing, but she had a full collection, and it covered the walls of her tiny cottage. And it was just piles and piles and piles and piles of glass terrariums filled with insects. And every night she would draw them, sketch them in her journals. And so eventually her journals, obviously, as they do, multiplied, multiplied, multiplied. And life was good. Life was good. This was her one job. This was her one mission, and she was absolutely content. Until one night, she looked up to the sky and saw the storm. Thunder, lightning, rain pelted her house as she stood and sat and hoped that her roof would stay on, or anything to make sure that her insects and herself would stay safe. Of course, a single bolt of lightning hit her thatched roof, and the whole thing burst into flames. And as she tried to get out among the smoke, she tried to save some of her journals, but she couldn't. She got out and she watched around her as all the glass started to shatter, and explosions, and all of her insects were flying and falling and dying, and she didn't know what to do. She started to cry. But these weren't normal tears. She cried. She cried. Tears of gold, orange, hot gold, that filled up the entire house until the woman perished in the center. And just when that happened, another lightning bolt hit the house, and the hardened orange tears exploded. Shards of tears shattered across the entire world. And if you go to the right place at the right time, you might still find some of her insects preserved perfectly in her tears. So that's a story that I wrote about the origin myth of amber. I made it up, but that's the point. I always like to say with it that my favorite fact about amber is that it is the rarest substance in the universe because it requires trees. And there's only one planet, as far as we know, that actually has the ability to support trees and life, and that is Earth. And so that makes it, in the universe, the rarest substance, which I think is a really cool fact. All right, I'm gonna play you some songs now. Let's up the mood a bit. Everybody come in, who's come in. Breathe, sit down, everything's fine, all is well. You can all hear me, it's absolutely fine. Can I get a little more mic? Does it go up slightly?
Oh yeah.
That's, oh perfect, oh perfect. All right. So I'm going to play you two songs and then I'm going to pass on to my esteemed colleague who's sat somewhere else. I don't know. The first song I'm going to play you is from my debut EP. It's called Smack and it's about the history of lipstick. Stay with me, bear with me, I promise. It's a good album. And this song that I'm going to play is about the lipstick wars, which is in America just after the war. A company filed a patent for the first ever no smear red lipstick. And a load of other makeup companies went, that's a fucking great idea. We want to do that too. And then a war ensued. A war fought exclusively through money and advertising, but a war nonetheless. And it's always fun to kind of figure out how these things ended. And the original company that filed the patent went bust. And then the company that technically won the war also didn't do too well out of it. And a completely separate company technically got the patent and became the most popular no smear red lipstick. And you may know them. They are a very small independent company called Estee Lauder. So they did pretty well out of it. All right. So this is called Smear Campaign. Of the week, it's guaranteed to keep you in technicolor. And I finally get to kiss you anytime I want, and I don't have to worry about it coming off or a telltale stain left upon the collar. Oh, it's the biggest story in the news. Everybody wants to know who win or lose. What's the prize? Oh, big surprise. A little extra cash from me and you. Hold me close tonight. Shades for a colorful kiss at dawn. Hold me close tonight, kiss me till it's light. Your smile never fades, 'cause song, and then I'm gonna pass you. Alright. I haven't played this one in a hot second, but this feels like the correct venue. That's okay. No stress, no stress. Alright. This is a song I wrote about trans rights, or the lack thereof. I don't write a lot of songs about myself. I like to write a song about, the history of lipstick or ghosts. Spoilers for my new EP. But unfortunately, being a trans person existing in the world, kind of hard to avoid when you're an artist writing songs about the current fucking situation. I have a lot of friends in the UK. It's a fucking disaster. And I wrote this about it. I hope you're all feeling beautifully lubricated and beard up, because there is a sing-along section. Woo! I will explain it when we get there, don't worry. This is called Poison Ivy.
Do you want a little bit more mic, or is it good like this?
I'm alright, this is fine. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters.
Sounds great.
Okay. Before I start, I do have merchandise. There is a very small little table over there. It's got a small little chest on it. I have CDs. I burnt them from my laptop yesterday. So if you want one, you can buy them. I have also my stories. I have in little boxes, and you can buy 22 stories for 15 euros. They're all self-written. They will have music with them. So that's available. And I have badges. And the stickers are free, and the badges are free. So you can just take those. You've been a wonderful audience. Please enjoy the rest of your night. It's going to be amazing. All right. Take and take. Ask us to prove we're human beings on your hypothetical TV debate. You strip us bare. Say, darling, just for Christmas, could you find something more feminine to wear? And when we cry for help, you wash us from your hands. But don't you understand? Well, how long should we wait? And those who play your game still end up out in the cold and desperate. In the end, it's all the same. And when they die, don't come to light a flame when you won't even use their names. Everywhere hurts, come and make a scene. Does it make you feel better when I'm on my knees? The only way is up, honey, put somebody on. We
just begun.
We are not your enemy.
We are not your enemy.
We must stand as one.
We must stand as one.
Winter doesn't kill the weeds.
Winter doesn't kill the weeds.
We've only just begun.
We've only just begun.
Thank you. We are not your enemy. We must stand as one. Winter doesn't kill the weeds. We've only just begun. Tell me where it hurts, how will make you see. Does make you feel better when I'm on my knees. The only way you love money, put some money on me. We got blood between our teeth. We wrote that into our legacy. We killed the flowers, so here comes the weeds. And don't touch 'em, poison ivy. Woo! Thank you so much. Enjoy the night.
I played it. Alright, good evening. My name is Lisandro and I play stupid folk punk songs. Some of them are in Dutch though, so I hope you enjoy them anyway.
We'll be fine.
And this one is about the upcoming elections. Met z'n allen stemmen op dieven en op moordenaars. Met een manipulatieve manifesten waarmee het land nog verder naar de kloten gaat. Je kijkt nog zeker niet naar het verschil maakt. Bij wie is er hard en nou je kruisje zet. Om zorgen hoef je toch niet meer te wachten als je straks aan beneden kluistert bij je bed. Het openbaar vervoer wordt ook niet beter. De rijken worden echt niet minder rijk. En showen er niet minder om vervuilen zolang het die kankersubsidies afstrijkt. We leven in een idiocratie. Van hebzucht, haat en achterhalen ideologieën. Is dit een voorstroom of een parodie? We leven in een idiocratie. En Europeërs van crisis krijgen ze straks voor hun kiezen. En de oplossen, dat kost nou eenmaal geld. Maar de elite mag natuurlijk nog geen centje winst verliezen. Dus wordt alles gewoon weer uitgesteld. Je kiest alleen maar welke gezichten je via constant op tv gaat zien. Die in bed beland met alle lobbyisten. Waar hebben we dit systeem toch aan verdiend? Want we leven in een idiocratie. Van hebzucht, haat en achterhalen ideologieën. Is dit een voorstroom of een parodie? We leven in een idiocratie. One upside about the next upcoming elections, it can only get better. We have a bunch of assholes now. Jinxing it, right?
Little did you know.
In that case, my songs will stay relevant. Here's a silver lining somehow.
Baby, career.
If it doesn't get worse, he did it for nothing. Anyway, things actually got better for me over the last couple of years. And I want to play one of the songs that actually, really meant a lot and helped me through a lot of shit. And it was one of the first time I met River. She was actually wearing a sweater with this song on it. So that was like, instant bonding. This one is by Ramshackle Glory. I never showed you nothing but kindness. She'd say, I know, I said you can't. There's some things that still get in the way, but it gets better, it gets better, it gets better, sweet, me. Your heart is a muscle the size of your fist. Keep on loving, keep on fighting, and hold on, hold on, hold on for your life. You know the cabin in the woods to live in. For years, terrifying noises kept him up at night. Did a 12 gauge under his pillow. Living in Boston now and going to art school. I forgive him, and I'll admit it, I'm proud of him. Serene is an architect and a carpenter. She's such a feminist, she says she isn't one. Goddamn, my gender shouldn't matter. Motorcycle blocks in the streets of Providence. Down to the warehouse district, where the big shops are as stunning as her knowledge of medieval building techniques. Your heart is a muscle the size of your fist. Keep on loving, keep on fighting, and hold on, hold on. Hold on for your life. This one was at the Georgia, he knows how to dance, and he she looks beautiful, fucking loses otherwise. So I love you anyway, you better be alive. I promise that I'm gonna pay you back. You always know how funny everything is, even when I'm so serious. Yeah, it's gonna be the death of me, like the time that our friend Chuck came over to our house. Said he needed somebody to take care of his pets, cause he was going out of town. I asked him where, and he said New Mexico. I asked if I could get a ride, and he said no, you don't want to follow me. There it is, I'm going. He backed out of the driveway. It was the last time we saw him, cause he drove straight to his parents' cabin and put a bullet in his head. Your heart is a muscle the size of your fist. Keep on loving, keep on fighting, and hold on, hold on, hold on for your life. Your heart is a muscle the size of your fist. Keep on loving, keep on fighting, and hold on, hold on, hold on for your life. I think my guitar is still drunk from Saturday as well.
So you
Me
get
too.
when you start when your career starts taking off.
Rock and roll life, right? Then your liver grows back.
Yeah.
At least I'm being so. It's the downside when you start working at a university when you're close to 40.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is fun as well. I need a capo and a kazoo again.
Oh, yes.
More kazoo! This next song I wrote about an old friend of mine who was always very, very hell-bent on being normal. Like doing everything like the rest. And then she started complaining about how annoying and hard normal life was. Like, geez, choose.
Boring.
Yeah, just have fun. This is the life you were promised. weekend. You're 2-day holiday free from the grind. You're planning to get back with a beer or two. Invite some friends to watch the big game and the thought crosses your mind. You have to take your kids to football practice, to the groceries. Leave the gutters out and mow the lawn. On Sunday there's church and then a visit to the in-laws. And just like that, your weekend is gone. Now this is not the life that you were promised. This isn't how it's supposed to be. You always did your best to live your life just like the rest. Cause only then would you truly be free. Only then would you truly be free. Only then would you truly be free. How can you be free in conformity's confines? When you look back at your life, do you regret what you left behind? Because this is not the life that you were promised. This isn't how it was supposed to be. You always did your best to live your life just like the rest. Cause only then would you truly be free. Only then would you truly be free. Only then would you truly be free. What do you think of the new Epic Kazoo solo? Fucking good. I just spent.
It gets better and better.
I spent literally days just fucking around with it.
Flawless. Flawless.
Yeah, it's sure. The next one is the last one already. So anyone who's seen me before, I think you should know what's coming next. This is a sing-along song, and it's also about the elections.
Hooray! It's on our minds. It's on our minds.
Yeah, and it's also the title track of my upcoming EP. I've been working hard on it. It should be out before the elections because otherwise the shit's not relevant anymore.
I'm sure
At least I hope.
I'm sure it will.
And
Wait for the next
no
election
matter
in 1
where you're
month.
from, I think it's applicable everywhere because no matter where you're from, I bet your regering is tering as well. So yeah, this one's called Tering Regering. Belazerd. En het is allemaal de schuld. Allemaal de schuld. Allemaal de schuld van die tering. Thank you, River, for having me tonight. A couple stickers left, so first come, first serve.
And keep your eye out for his new EP.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's actually a QR code to my Insta and my SoundCloud on there. The EP will be on Bandcamp. I think we need to find something for that.
Okay, welcome. We have a very special guest here in The Hague, and I'll make a very brief introduction. And it was kind of wild the way we ended up getting in touch, because I actually joined Instagram only a few months ago, only because I had seen after the fact that you had been in Utrecht, I think at TV's.
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
And when I saw that you had been there, and I was devastated that I had missed you. And so you're the only reason I'm on Instagram.
Legacy.
And then lo and behold, you had posted something about you're doing a European tour and you were looking for venues and places. And so I just, out of the blue, I just sent you a message and invited you to come here. And I was shocked because you had said, oh, there's several places I'm thinking about. I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be like DB's or Resistor or one of the. There's so many great venues in The Hague, and I was shocked when you were like, oh, and then I was like, oh shit, now what have I done? But I'm so glad to see there's so many people here. I had anxiety the past few days thinking, oh my god, there's gonna come. We have 5 people here.
This is a treasure to be here. Thank you so much. We River mentioned it briefly. Playing the regular club shows and venue shows sucks. This is the motherfucking vibe that you want to have. This is so much fun. Thank you very, very much. My name is Derek Michael Zanetti. I'm 42 years old. I live in the United States of America. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster. I wish it wasn't. We didn't want any of this shit to happen with this big orange-faced idiot. We're all in a pickle together.
Yeah.
You know, we have each other. As much as the shit is gross, we do have each other, and we do have friendship, and we do have love, and we do have understanding, and we do have compassion, we do have empathy for each other, and it's the greatest tool and weapon that we have to fight these motherfuckers. So I'm glad to be here with you. I'm gonna play some new material. If there's anything you want to hear, I will try. But mostly I want to play my new stuff for you. I wrote a brand new record. It's called Pennsylvania Songbird, and it's about the town that I live in, and where I grew up. And I'm gonna play most of the stuff from that tonight. This very first song, I wrote 12 letters to people letting them know that I'm not gonna come to their thing. And, my one cousin has 4 kids now, and every time he has a new kid, he says, "Are you going to come to the baby shower?" And I say, "No." And oh, my other cousin's getting married. Are you going to come to the wedding? And I say, "Nope." So now what I do is I just write like this really long, lengthy letter to let them know I'm not coming, and here's the 65 reasons why I'm not coming. This song is kind of about that. There's a dentist back home, and this song's kind of about the dentist back home. This song's also kind of about my dad. Think about this for just a second. You're really, really smart in school, and you want to be rich. So you decide that you're going to be a dentist. And you're going to go to school for how many years? Like 12. And no matter how much you love money and how much you might love teeth, who loves to go to the dentist? Is there anybody here who loves to go? Nobody. Oh, we all love you. We've got 1.5. 1.5. Think about every day you go to work, everybody hates you. Everybody's definitely afraid to see you. It would be terrible. There's no amount of money in the world that would make me want to go to work. Anyhow, this is a protest song about that shitty dentist back home. Enemies, now everything's political. Chicken winged into an argument. Last Christmas was so difficult. My cell phone screen's been bleeding me dry as a Pinot Noir. To prove that I'm a sucker for just one sign from the Lord. There's a fighting chance we'll make it out with bruised egos and cottonmouth, while the devil's got his pedal to the dirt. And I won't call you if you don't call me. If you see me first, you can let it be. But I'll wave back if you wave at me first. My skin's wearing thin, nothing makes me smile. Addicted to the dopamine that used to get me high. Solitude ain't all that bad when your ghost is floating in my mind. My mind, my mind, my mind. Treat your neighbor as yourself sounds good when we agree. And the scale of what you give and take are shared evenly. It should come as no surprise to you. No one calls you in their time of need. Need your need. This next part's about my dad. To all the boomers with .com accounts who only type in caps. To the summer that I spent in bed watching Yo MTV raps. To the mean girls in your life who post on Instagram. There's a hell that's burning hot as heck awaiting there for them. And there's a dentist talking suicide to a mirror during tea. There's a waiting room filled with screaming kids who never brush their teeth. There's a Jesus Christ getting crucified in a picture behind me. They hung him there to let you know times could be worse than these. My skin's wearing thin, nothing makes me smile. Addicted to the dopamine that used to get me high. Solitude ain't all that bad when your ghost is floating in my mind. My mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. Thanks, everybody! This next song's a protest song. Here comes a Trojan horse full of dollar stores. They're gonna bend you into a pretzel. There ain't no cure for a force majeure till you're swallowed up and dead in the middle. I see a Judas Priest in a front row seat who's closer now than ever before. The final days and the big betray of the 33rd year of the Lord. And this is about voting. Cause there's a voting booth with a lose-lose ruse that got you feeling like you're playing the fool. And there's an elephant loose in the room and a donkey that don't buck anymore.
And there's a million different reasons to give in to the voice in your head that says it's all just a joke, a laugh and a smoke, and you'd be better off dead. Hypothetical slip and fall in the hallways of Monroeville Mall. I hope the rapture doesn't happen here in this trap. Hasn't felt like Christmas time since the year before my grandpa died. I guess the magic must have went and gone along with you. 'Cause there's a rotting tooth in the smile that you use when you're talking to your boss or the cops. And there's a deafening silence you hear when you're faking it all for applause. And there's a million different reasons to give in to the voice in your head that says it's all just a joke, a laugh and a smoke, and you'd be better off dead. Feeling lost in a coffee shop, I thought I heard a Bruce Springsteen song about growing up in a Rust Belt town with nowhere to go but home. And it feels strange when I see you out, and I pretend that you're not around. When someone asks if you're in town, I tell them I couldn't say. It's strange these days, the ways we change into something more predictable and safe. There's a rotting tooth in the smile that you use when you're talking to your boss or the cops. And there's a deafening silence you hear when you're faking it all for applause. And there's a million different reasons to give in to that voice in your head that says it's all just a joke, a laugh and a smoke, but you're much better off dead. This is an old song. This isn't from the new record, but I want to play it because I think it's important to do so. There's all types of different music that we all get to like. And one thing that we might not like the same music, but we can still like each other. Yeah. And there's people in this world that just listen to country and western music. There's people in this world who just listen to rap and hip hop and R&B. And there's people in this world who just listen to metal and black metal and Norwegian black metal and satanic Norwegian black metal and jazz.
Oh, don't go there!
And all of it. This music right here is called punk rock. We're together, we work hard to create an egalitarian space that's free of racism, free of sexism, and free of homophobia, where everybody's fucking welcome and everybody has a place to be, unless you don't listen to Queen. And then I can't fucking trust you. This song is called Musical Preference. This is an old one. I hope it offends you. 40 ounces to freedom is a horrible record, and I hate Sublime, and I hate Fleetwood Mac too. But I can like you, even though your musical preference is shit. And I love Black Sabbath too. And I could learn to like you unless you listen to G.G. Allen or Mumford & Sons. Bob Dylan, CCR, and Bruce Springsteen have all saved my life like the Holy Trinity, and I'm thankful that I never had to listen to to disco or dubstep. And I've got cassette tapes and vinyl records of the coolest bands that nobody has heard of before. But I would be happy if you let me share them with you. 'Cause my friends write songs that inspire me more than some shitty Starbucks pick of the week, more than some top 40 song that was made to be forgotten. When my body dies and I go to heaven, I'll meet Joe Strummer and Freddie Mercury too. Then we'll put on a record for you. Thanks, They said to give up and to grow up, that my songs make them want to throw up, that I'm not original or catchy or clever or smart. They said my guitar would sound better at the bottom of the Ohio River, that I should get a job at the Route 51 Kmart. And sometimes I feel like my old friends that don't call me anymore to hang out or catch up or go drink beer, root beer. And maybe I am not the same, thank God that I am not the same, and I hope to be weirder than this time next year. It's with friends like that. Who needs friends when you have seasonal depression? In Western Pennsylvania or anywhere, you're afraid to just be yourself. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck here, trapped in the wrong gear, like an empty pack of cigarettes, like an endless bill called college debt. And I don't know when I first started feeling so alone, like how everyone else has a place and I simply don't. And sometimes you wake up in your 30s, take a look around, fuck.
That's what happens when you're old.
Sometimes you wake up in your 40s, take a look around, and realize that you're lucky not to be a ghost in a ghost town with friends like that. Who needs friends when you have seasonal depression in Western Pennsylvania or anywhere? You're afraid to just be yourself. Sometimes I think that I'll die here, and sometimes that's alright. Sometimes those words haunt me and cut me like a butter knife. And if your friends are assholes, then you're better off alone. Or you can go make new friends at the retirement home. Or you can move to Lancaster and I will be your friend. And we can make a record in our brand new punk rock band. But I have to be the singer and I want to write the song. Practice is at 7 on Tuesday. Don't be late, or you have to buy pizza. Friends like that, who needs them when you have seasonal depression in Western Pennsylvania or anywhere. Anywhere. Thank you very much.
This next song's called January 1st, and it's about January 1st, and I wrote it on January 1st. I don't understand that holiday very much at all. I don't know. It's happy birthday. I'm in advance. Happy birthday early. Yeah. You know, everybody's either drunk from the night before and they're like hungover and just on the couch in their pajama pants, or nothing's open because it's a holiday and everyone's like, oh, you just have to sit at home.
And that's why it sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you're. I'm glad that you were born, but that's a terrible birthday.
I agree.
Anyhow, this song's kind of about the end of the world, which is the beginning of the world too. I think we've been here before a million times. I think we get to a place where we dig through the Earth's crust and we suck out a bunch of crude oil and we refine it into gasoline and diesel fuel, and then we fuel our vehicles with it, and then we put them into airplanes and we fly around the world, and then the super duper rich people take big huge space shuttles and they go into outer space. Katy Perry and the rest of them, and they
Rich people are less so.
they just decide that they don't want to do it, and they decide they want to go do something else. And then it happens every time, right? Whenever everybody's about to leave and colonize another country, we get to a place where people don't trust each other. We get to a place where people don't like each other anymore. We get to a place where there's enough food for everybody. But these people over here are the rich people, and they get to have the good food. And everybody else over here are the poor people, and we make you work till your back breaks for shit. And anyhow, this is a protest song.
Beautiful.
Staring down the vortex of an ever-changing chaos with the goal to think that maybe there's a chance that I could make it as an actor in this constant Truman Show, that I am living with a dentist drill a screw through the teeth that I need fixing. I'm a plastic bag of thrift store clothes, size or two too small, but with hopes I'll change my evil ways, I'll fit into them by fall. I'm a virtue signal, sense of shame that's thinner than a ghost. I'm a digital dopamine with no content to post. You're a brand new pack of unworn socks on January 1st. You're a fresh hot cup of coffee when I needed it the worst. You're a birthday gift, a radio hit, a royal flush in spades. You're my favorite book and my favorite chair. You're a firework display. There's an ocean's worth of misgivings about us keeping on. There's only one way I know to go until the quasar takes us all. So here's some money back to the middle class in their tax returns, while they're laughing at your funeral and they're pissing in your urn. There's a cat that needs a calling who got loose out the back door when the police took the body off a tarp off the back porch from a time bomb that's been ticking since you were old enough to work. Then you blame it on the health care that you never voted for. From the road up to the highway, to the freeway, to the moon, burning gallons worth of dinosaurs in my Subaru to prove to you that you and I are different, if I'm telling you the truth. We just let convenience lead us into different voting booths. I said that's the devil talking, buddy. We're as different as can be. I'm not convincing you of anything. You're sure not fooling me. I'll leave my brain inside my car till after we have pie. 'Cause after that I French exit my favorite goodbye. Oh Jesus Christ almighty, is this how it's gonna end? With our fingers on a button called we're never giving in. I say we just start over, let the ice age begin. Let's hear it once more for the dinosaur encore again. Thanks. I've been on tour with my good pal Dan Smith, and we've been playing all over the UK, and this is our first show in mainland Europe. And thank you so very much for being here. This is so much fun. Your songs are so good. Thank you so much for playing. Your songs were so good. Thanks so much for playing. It's important that we create weird spaces for weird people to come and be. And I'm so grateful and I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that there's a welcoming space for all my fucking weirdo friends to come and belong with them.
Yes.
Just put your hair down and just be yourself with no judgment and no ridicule and no expectation of you being anything other than what you want to be.
Yeah.
That's what this song is kind of about. We want everybody to have enough time to play. I'm gonna play 2 more songs and then Dan's gonna come up here. He made a movie that goes behind his music. It's gonna blow your fucking minds. It's the coolest thing I've seen in a super duper long time. Y'all are gonna love it. I have a t-shirt over there. If you would like to have it and wear it, I would love it if you did. My friend Chris drew that, and it's a microphone that's coming out of my butt, and it's an omnicord. If you would like to buy one, you can. If you want to scan that code and pay on the internet, you can do that too. I got a whole box of them. I'd like for everybody to have one or get one if you'd like to. If you wear t-shirts, if you're not a person who wears t-shirts, everyone's wearing a t-shirt. I'd love for you to have them because I don't want to take them back to the U.S. and
All the tariffs.
Don't let it. Take them to Washington, D.C. and let those pricks over there on. This song's called Normal. This is a protest song. I was raised in a super weird way in a religious cult when I was a kid, from 1988 until 2002. My parents used to take us to the Planned Parenthood and we'd pick it out in front of the abortion clinic. And my parents used to take me, we weren't allowed to celebrate Halloween and we weren't allowed to have toys and we weren't allowed to listen to the radio and we weren't allowed to go to the movie theater. And it was like a super duper weirdo way to grow up. And I didn't have any real friends and I didn't know who I was. And I was super scared of everything all the time. And I want you to know that it's a miracle that I'm alive today, and it's a miracle that I'm here with you all today. When I was in 6th grade, I was only 11 years old, I had a friend who came up to me and he said, I know you've been having a real rough time. I've been having a rough time too. I have something for you. And he handed me a cassette tape that had Green Day Dookie on it. And it changed my whole entire life. I had no idea that there were other weirdo, misfit, queer punk kids out there desperate for family and desperate to belong and desperate for something different than the thing that they knew and that they had. And I began to make friends with all these fucking weirdos. And we started bands and we traveled together and we began to have our own chosen family. And I know it sounds corny to say something as massive as Green Day could have such an impact on somebody, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the real deal truth. I found something that I could believe in for the very first time in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. This is a protest song. Wherever this goes out to you, this song is called Normal. I felt so insecure, growing in my hometown like a cancer. Something so unsure was knocking at my door. 11 years old then, and it was time to answer. I found my escape in that Green Day tape. When the songs would end, we'd just rewind them. And for all you motherfuckers that are older than me, I found my escape in that dead Kennedy's tape. When the songs would end, we'd just rewind them. And for all you spoiled little brats that are younger than me, I found my escape in that my compromise. Kids with purple hair were out there somewhere. And I would be goddamned if I didn't find them. Up until that time, I had no peace of mind. I was stuck inside of something I didn't sign up for. So then I met this kid with dreads, and I can't forget what he said when I told him I didn't want to feel strange anymore. Well, you're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal, 'cause you're a punk. having right here. I started going to shows and taping songs off the radio. And then I figured out the radio was bullshit. I picked up a guitar and I played it with my heart. And I got inside my car and I started driving. 20 years and change. Well, this is more than just a phase. I found something that I could believe in. When things are getting tough and I feel like giving up, I remember what my one friend said to me, and this is what he said: you're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal, 'cause you're a one more song, and then Dan's gonna come. You all, this is a soft song, so y'all can go ahead. Man, Mosh Pit at a house show. That's my favorite. This last song I'm gonna play is called Pennsylvania Songbird, and it's about my family. It's about my mom and her garden. It's about my two nieces, Arabella and Camilla, and it's about my dad again, kind of, and it's about just being able to own it, being able to own yourself, just being able to just sit there in your own nakedness, with your own skin, with your own history and your own truth, and being able to look yourself in the mirror and realize that you're still here, and you still get to be here, and you still get to be yourself, which a lot of people don't get to be. They change everything to please other people all the time, and they bend themselves into a pretzel just so that they can fit in with people that don't give a shit what their middle name is, and don't care what their favorite flavor ice cream is, and don't care what their favorite band or their favorite movie is. It's just to appease a bunch of people on the internet. And this song's about loving who you are and embracing who you are, and trying your best even whenever it's not easy to do so. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
A couple miles south from the town I grew up in, they're speaking in tongues and they're handling snakes. Oh, the Holy Ghost power is enough to heal ya, but it never shows up until it's too late. My mother's garden is the best in the county, a bed full of red beets and rows full of kale. She waters it early before the sun rises, 'cause her medication don't mix with heat well. Oh, my father buried the cat by the brick shed. We never did find him when we tore it down. We hired the neighbors to remove the rubble. They buried it at the golf course on the rich side of town. Oh, money's subjective when you come up with nothing. My old man, he taught me to dig through the trash and to check all the dates on the back of the canned goods and smile when you do it, so you get the last laugh. My brother played football and I went to tech school. We both started working before we were 10. He bought a used car and I bought a guitar. He wakes up to work out, I eat takeout in bed. Oh, I talk in the morning after years of smoking, or maybe it's due to the steel mills back home, but I sure am lucky for the hand I was given, 'cause you can't drink the water in Butler County anymore. The Pennsylvania songbird knocks like a hammer and sings like a church bell on Easter Sunday. The turnpike is costly from Philly to Pittsburgh, cost almost half of a worker's day rate. My brother's baby is as cute as a button. Everyone says she looks like Uncle D. But I'm scared to have children, 'cause I used to hear voices, and I'd hate to have somebody turn out like me. Oh, the girl that I married moved me from my hometown to try something new on the east of PA. The buggies and horses in Lancaster County remind me it's okay to slow down my pace. The Pennsylvania songbird knocks like a hammer and sings like a church bell on Easter Sunday. Thank you guys very, very, very much.
Hi, my name's Dan Smith, and my band name's called Dan Smith. And I'm gonna play some tunes for you guys. I'm not from around here, I'm just from west of here in the US, a town called Kansas City. And I made a new record and put it out this summer. And it's called The Shapes We Make, and it's about all the shapes that we make. I'm gonna play some tunes for you guys. Here's how this first one goes. It's called Gentle, Gentle. A word so nice you gotta say it twice. Hope you love it. Sorry I displaced so many of you. The couch. Sorry about that. Thanks for being flexible. I take this off. I have a shirt underneath. Just giving you a heads up.
Have two shirts underneath.
Yeah, it just keeps going. This is how I pack. No need for a suitcase when you just wear it all. I wrote a new record, and during the pandemic, I played in a band called Listener for about 25 years. And tonight's, I think, show number 1,925 for me. And been around a little bit and played some shows. And when the pandemic hit, all that stopped for us. We made music for a living, and I went back to school to see if I would want to be a therapist, and I became a therapist, mental health therapist. And I wrote all these songs off this new record while I was going to school and learning about those kinds of things and about myself in some new ways, a lot of new ways. I wrote this next song, maybe the hardest song I've ever tried to write, and it's about my dad when he was killed, and yeah, my thoughts about that and my memories about that. We were all in a car together, my family and I, my sister and my mom and my dad, and it's about that. It's called Little Bird. I hope you like it. Here's how it goes. Thanks. Actually tonight in the room are a couple of peeps that I met on my first tour when I came to the Netherlands. Sitting right here. And hosted shows for me to come in the early thousands. 20 years ago, I guess. So it's almost pretty cool. And the first time I learned how to say "gouda," because Rick really pounded that into me. I mean, in a nice way, in a very educational way. Jesus. Yeah, very cheesy way. You always say. I remember you saying, "Thank you, Jesus." Yeah, thank you, Jesus. It's funny to say "gouda," and then that's when I learned the Dutch G sound. I'm gonna play another song. This is a morning song. I won't be able to be there when you wake up tomorrow morning, unfortunately. But this is the song that I would yell at you if I were there. So kind of like a musical Santa Claus come to, hey, wake up! Here's this song for you. Are you wanting coffee or what are we doing? So yeah, this is the song. It's called "Waking Up to Your Island." And yeah, this one's for you. Hope you like it. Okay. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions or concerns?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Yeah.
Pretty good.
I love it. No questions. No questions.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, seeing I'm going to be sleeping here tonight too, I'm wondering, are you going to be standing over my bed singing these songs in the morning?
I operate in a consent-only sort of a fashion. If you request that I could come down here, maybe over breakfast and yell at you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. But it's just the picture of me. This is what I'd be saying, like, "Hey, you got this. You're a failure miracle," you know. So that's fun. I'm gonna be sleeping myself. Like, I don't have time for all the. I don't know how Santa does it. Just one day a year, so maybe that's it. Any other questions?
It's awesome, Dan.
Thank you. Here's another tune. This one's called "Make It Until You Make It." It's based off that old saying, "Fake it until you make it," and I zhuzhed it up a little bit. It's kind of my personal meaning system on doing just about anything. I'm just doing it and not worrying about faking it.
Yeah.
Here's how it grows. Feel free to sing along and put all the words on the movie here. Again, sorry for displacing all the couch folks. It's a lovely, comfortable couch. I'm so sorry. is called This Accordion Life, and it's about kind of feeling like an accordion sometimes, you know, and all the roles that we play, and sometimes even being a musician. That's how it goes. Hope you like it. You don't know me, no one really does. That's just a shape of smoke from setting myself on fire. Lit from the inside, floating above. If you want problems, get a future and survive it. No one really does. Tomorrow is terrifying. The past is terrifying. But in the right now, I'm aflame. Inside of a life coming apart. Right at home in a minor key. This accordion life with you. I was holding back the porch on a Halloween weekend. Sunset, my eyes got a fire on. Played a new tune on the keys. Kept thinking about jumping to spinning out. Always leaving something behind. Even the kindness of absence. Or a clear head. Or a cannonball heart stuck inside a crack in the sky. Instead of forced answer. Rolling my R's, packing the anxiety furnace. Racing in slow motion. I will always be a prison's garden wake. A better version of yesterday. 4,000 weeks away. I found the words I wrote in the back of the van. Pushed into the sea. Left me kept asleep and wrapped the months in the sea. Melting and folding myself back into me. I told myself that getting better means I have to keep going. And so I did. Inside of a life coming apart. Right at home in a minor key. This accordion life with you. I'm better alive. Waking to your absence. All the weeks go by the window. Outside that house full of garden. Inside a dead end. Working out, forgetting about it. It's embarrassing. All the times I've hidden. I was made to feel I should hide. Any of the ways I shine. Told everyone I'm fine. I believe that lie myself. Into one more fall. And then another. Until I'm falling again. And giving everything. Every time. Everywhere. Stretched to the edges of me. Surrendered to the exhale. Standing on the shimmer. Living what makes us scary and stunning. I'm here to what I'm becoming. You don't know me. No one really does. That's just a shape of smoke from setting myself on fire. Lit from the inside. Floating above. Inside this life coming apart. Right at home in a minor key. Out of all the things that I miss the most inside this accordion life, an entire heart away, I'll miss the fall with you. Thanks. You guys are doing a great job listening.
Thank you.
We've got two more songs for y'all. I think all the artists brought souvenirs and what have you tonight, and maybe we'll just make a space somewhere if you'd like any souvenirs. Feel free to purchase them if you like. We're on our way to Almere tomorrow. And am I saying that right? I don't know.
Almere. Good enough.
Yeah.
There are tickets
Give
left.
out.
There are tickets
Got a few tickets
tomorrow.
left for
I'm
tomorrow.
coming tomorrow too.
If you'd like to go to that one or know someone up that way, just east of Amsterdam, just let them know. They can go to Derek's website or my website, and there's like a link to get a hold of the host and get the address and what have you. So Almere is tomorrow, and then I think we have an off day, and then we're in Charleroi in Belgium, and then 2 shows in France. And you guys are all very welcome to come to any of those shows. You're invited. I wanted to personally invite everyone to all of our shows. Does anyone have any other questions before I play these last 2 songs?
No.
Okay. Okay. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah. Good question. Probably the egg.
Welcome to the Dutch crowds. They're not particularly interactive. But they're enjoying it very much.
Yeah,
I
can tell. I can absolutely.
But if you want us to ask questions, we can.
Oh yeah, pick up some. Yeah, that's why I asked you.
How do you feel today?
Yeah.
How does this feel for you?
Yeah, this feels wonderful. Early on in kind of touring career, I was playing a bunch of club shows, and that sucked. And I would play a few house shows here and there, and they were the best, like potluck dinners and like just none of the pretense or the there was no bouncer people to take to have to deal with their attitudes, or I don't know, just all the things. Venues are nice sometimes for certain types of productions and feel, but I love this very much so. And so I would go early on in my career. I would go and play hundreds and hundreds of house shows in a row, only house shows. Even in Europe, I came to just only play house shows, and I love them so much. I love this. This is so nice.
What do you think of our shitty city? This is a shitty city.
Shitty city. I like it. I like it really, really well. Yeah.
Let's stop.
What's that?
Sorry.
I said the US.
We bought my partner and I. We went to Delft. In January of this year. We bought one of we saw them. The little tulip vases, and we're like, what the fuck is that? And we didn't know what that was, and then we saw it and we bought one. So we always put our flowers in those.
Represent!
Yeah. Okay, so here's my last two songs. This next tune is called Playing Pretend, and it's about getting raised by wolves. And I hope you like it pretty good. Feel free to howl along.
Thanks, River, for having us. I don't know where they're at. There you go. Yeah. Thank you so much for having us here in your lovely home. Be safe getting home, everyone. Take care of yourselves. This song is for you. It's called Read This Before You Die. And I hope you like it, okay? It's okay to float, heal up and push through. But today isn't for quitting. Happen to your movement, birth the fight and spend it. You'll make new ways without the people that came with you. They're busy on their own. Somebody is now, somebody is you. You're all you get for your entire life. Always thinking you have more, and then one day there won't be. And you'll live the life brimming with existence or full of excuses for why you didn't. What are you using this for? The world doesn't owe you or own you. A stage is here before you. Okay. So you've had the time to figure out what hurts or that you can be. There's more time to work. Push it over. Keep the mind moving through it. You've come by it honestly. Even if you don't land well, take a few breaths and grow. Keep growing. More today than yesterday. As much as you feel you can stand, plant everything you can. Even if you won't be around to watch it grow. Sleep it off or year it off. Drop your shadow, start up, ball up, and then stand up. Keep the shadow if it helps. Show yourself. Today has its way of demanding your presence. Keep digging. There's more to give. Don't be afraid to bite of what's keeping you there. Repave it, rework it. This is all you get. This is it. This is your reminder. Stop comparing your miracle to everyone else's brick wall. Today isn't for quitting. Happen to your movement. Heal up and push through. Birth the fight. You are alive. What a thing to be alive. To be anything at all. While the piano plays and the money gets counted and the pain gets folded into gratitude, gets folded into your day. Everything has a turn. You earn this. You are a time machine. The echo of your ancestors. Always on the way and enough. Read this before you die. This is it. Right here. This is all you get. There's nothing else. You're it. In this moment, pay attention. Be kind to yourself. Follow your own map. Wake up and keep trying. Thank you guys.
I didn't introduce you at the beginning either. I mean, I just love it's pure art. I mean, with music, you're like, oh, what sort of genre? And things, bridge genres. It's not only your music, but it's your art bridges many different things. Art, music, poetry, but the passion is just so raw. So a little introduction post show. So, I know that you're traveling, and so you can't bring lots of stuff with you, but I wanted to give you some token to remember the Hague.
Oh,
Both you and Derek. So you have a little keychain.
Wow.
Hey, I love that.
So
Thank you very much, River.
Thank you.
I love to have a thing.
Yeah. So little token of appreciation. And there was also, I guess I'll ruin the surprise, but there's also a card that was going around that says the Hague on it. With people signing it on the back as a little thank you to you. So if you haven't signed it, or if you know where it is, sign it before you go, and that's where the artist is going. But I wanted to, this doesn't happen just me like inviting you and then just doing this all myself. This is definitely a community effort. So there are lots of people that were involved with this. So especially Misanthrope and Willow the Whisperer for support. But also in the planning and the execution of everything, there's Luke, of course. There's Nat, who drew the great poster that came a couple days ago with all the cool art. So follow them on Instagram, Nat in Focus. It's the thing. There's Marianne. I don't know if she's still here. Yes, Marianne. Thanks for the assistance as well. Noah. And Terry, and am I forgetting someone? Anil, also with some of the planning as well. So thank you very much. This is a community, and this is what this is all about. And I love all of you, and you're all my family. You're all my community. Thank you very much. Special thanks then to Dan and to Derek for coming here to The Hague. And
Thank you very much.
Perhaps for those who want to, I see that it's almost like a perfect picture there. For those who want to, get to the back and take one big group photo.
Yeah, let's do it. Can I say one thing too?
Yeah.
I just want to say that punk rock still matters, and it's still super duper important. And anarchism can work if you make it work. We don't have to. The rules and all of the shit that everybody has to fall in line to do doesn't have to bully you, and it doesn't have to boss you around. Shit like this can happen all the time, and we're so thankful for you, River, for doing this. This is a fucking miracle.
Anarchism doesn't need a revolution, you just need to live it. Thank you for listening to this house show, and if you were there, thank you for coming. If you want to come to any future house shows in The Hague or the Netherlands area, send me a message on the YouTube channel where we keep an archive of all past episodes, and that is at the YouTube channel Social Propaganda Club.
You have been listening to the Social Propaganda Club on Shouting Fire Radio. Tune in every other Saturday at 1 p.m. USA Pacific Time, 4 p.m. USA Eastern Time, 2200 Central European Time.